Mutual funds is a disadvantage to active mutual fund investing. All the above. Dividend yield tells investors how much in a way of return they would receive. Life cycle. The characteristics between an ETF and a mutual fund. All the above. 25-year-old investor recently graduated from college. That's a successful career. Growth stocks. BNC, telecommunications, sector fund telecommunications ETF. Bonds enjoy all but one of the following advantages, which is it? B. No load. Relatively high, relatively little. Buy and hold investment strategy. Avoids time in the market. Postpones capital gains, minimize all the above. The net asset value. A and D, right? Learning investments, A and D. Money market fund. Full. All the above. Invest in stocks and income producing real estate ownership investment. All the above. As the number of stocks in your portfolio increases. None of the above. Today, the market rate of interest is lowered to 4% will most likely happen. XYZ company will call their bonds in. A, B, and C. Yeah, mutual fund will make you money which the following ways. As the value of all the securities held by the fund increase, you receive a portion of the communications of the fund. No, yeah, it's A, B, C. Then B and C. S&P was down by 20 points. Fuck the 20 points thing. Doesn't really matter. The par value is the face value of the bond. You'll be engaging in speculation when you purchase an asset whose value depends solely on supply and demand. Then B. Derivative holders don't mean shit. I missed one. Oh, A and C. Which of the following determines what the annual interest payment on a bond will be? The maturity date of the bond doesn't matter. It's E, A, and C. Okay. Par value and then the coupon rate of the bond. Okay. I missed one. 98. Okay. Okay. Getting a bit stressed out, not gonna lie. This one's B. So I'm going to select motor car. That one. Stressed out. Or saw him. Oh, holy, this song is sick. Should the following financial institutions and not-for-profit credit union. Yeah, tax yields. All the above. Huh? No. Find the all the above. Flexible spending account. What are those risks associated with term policies? Insurance policies. Yes. All the above. Why is long-term care insurance needed? All the above. Identity theft. 160. 28. Rental interest, taxes, insurance. Length of the lease, agreed upon price, all the above. Oh, it sounds like Halo music. I mean, not Halo, Naruto. Shouldn't start saving early. Policy owner beneficiary. Put money in savings account. Age, liquidity. CD. ABD. Anyone who relies on income on a job, put on my debits. The following characteristics apply. All the above. BC. What are the effects of the borrower with adjustable rate loans? Wait. Yeah. During times of inflation, your salary may increase during time. No, it won't. Yeah, it's correct. Alright, both B and C. That one. 65. Turn on my ears, let me turn it down. Shime no Ippo OSG. Everybody works hard. It's reward of all those who succeed. I've worked hard, it's true. No sicko mode. Interest rates are generally higher than typical savings accounts. Reimburse. No. A. Variable. None of the above. All the above. Let's go, boys. Solely to allow for changes in your situation. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. This here is $1. Concept emphasized to people whether it's ambassador, diversification reduces risk. Purchase for the generating wealth. Providing a financial wealth consists of determining what you're worth, preparing a balance sheet, trying to consider having more money, relieve liquidity, 4 years, future value, tax credit, itemized deductions, B and C. Which of the following is true about managing personal finances? Financial difficulties can be a major cause of financial, that one. 220. Later loan payments involve larger amounts of principal repayment, actual loan. After the loan. That one. Monetary. None of the above. A. Yeah, first 14 years. D. Progressive. All the above. 15.3. Investment. Adjusted gross income. All the above. Spotting areas. Yeah, it's all the above. Time value of money. Pay yourself first. Tax deferred. 560. All the above. Let's go. Oh, did that one, let's go to this one. And C, not tier B. Dude, oh my god, I'm so stressed out. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Alright, got perfect scores in those last 2 ones. Just getting a good perfect score in this. Review my last few slides. Okay. Okay. Concept of diversification reduces risk. All the life cycle fund. Financial life cycle. This is instead of focusing on personal characteristics such as age and risk tolerance. In position financial life cycle. This is life cycle fund. Can afford to take on additional risk and increases. Stocks like these in some cases actually perform better in a downturn they got defensive. Dividends B. can happen if you sell a bond before its maturity date. You could have a capital gain, you could have a capital loss. All the above. It's all the above. Business risk, yeah, risk associated. Relatively high, relatively little. You're considered to be engaging in speculation when you purchase an asset whose value depends solely on supply and demand. Bull market is increasing prices. No load open-end fund. Fully invest most appropriate for an average small investor yet. The asset value. Or no, it's an asset value. A buy and hold strategy avoids time to market, minimize transactions. So yeah, it's all the above. B and C because this can't be minus 20 points. For S&P 500, no. Because there's no default or risk. A call risk associated with government bonds to generally pay a lower A, B, and C. When you own shares, yeah, it's not gonna be D. Callable bonds tend to be called when interest rates go down. The real rate is not adjusted for inflation. The rate is adjusted for inflation. Tax promo money. B and C. 30. There's 30 well established large corporations. Remember that now. As a young college graduate, your biggest investment ally is time. As the number of your stocks in your portfolio increases, as systematic risk in your portfolio increases. No, none of the above. Bonds do all enjoy all but one of the following when bonds may be called. So B. A, B, and C, and C. XYC. C company will call their bonds in. And all the above are correct. If you have speculative money, you can do all the above, hypothetically. Considerably more risky, typical stock, and speculative. High degree of earnings variability. But these are stocks and income producing real estate as ownership. Dividend yield tells investors which are the following. How much in way of return they would receive if the stock price, yeah. Unsystematic. Treasury bills, money market mutual fund. Which of the following funds protect you from systematic risk? None of the above. You wish to continue to invest in their portfolio and are seeking income instead of growth. Income, bond funds. Which of the following is a benefit to invest in a mutual fund? D. Retract that a bit. Okay. Okay. As a shareholder, Delta Ownership meeting. James Blue is one of many actual owners in the case of bankruptcy. The corporation's liability be limited to the amount of his investment. Which of the following statements regarding risk and investing is most correct? C. It is hard to achieve a positive real rate of return by avoiding risk altogether. I like that. Investor services and most mutual funds offer include all the above. Which type of stock should represent a good portion of her portfolio? Growth stocks. The par value of the bond. Turnover ratio. ETF can be traded like a stock, so all the above. What are the following differences between an ETF? Yeah. If his financial advisor gave him a list below, which only wants to invest in lending investments. Lending investments. A and D. Final study and yeah. As a friend, you would advise her to invest in her no-load funds. Which of the following determines what the annual interest payment on a bond will be? All the above are correct. Which of the following determines what the annual? No, it's E and C. Yeah. Which of the following is a disadvantage to active mutual fund investor? Oh, it's a disadvantage to active mutual fund investor. They underperform the market returns. Costs may be high and duration of the fund. Non-mutual funds usually all the above. Let's go. Perfect score on all three. Let's go on all three. Perfect score. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Alright. I need to open these three. Bum bum. Okay, I need to turn that off now, so I'm actually studying PowerPoints. Okay. What time are my finals tomorrow? Whoops. Just going on vacation my phone. Oh, okay. Let's see. Outlook. Open Sesame, please. Would be the same. It's at 11 o'clock. The class at 11 o'clock. It's from 1 o'clock. And then... What time is my... One 3:30. Okay. I have some 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 4 hours. Well, technically 3.5. I study for it as well in the morning. Honestly, I think I might be... The thing I'm by far most worried about is just 2 PowerPoint slides I need to study. That's going to be awfully annoying. I can't study PowerPoint at school for some reason. I just can't focus. I can't focus. There's just so many things going on around me. I can't focus on that. It's just very, 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 very hard. But I can study the Quizlets. I can go over them multiple times again. After that, I'm going to have to... I'm gonna have to study my programming stuff as well. Okay. Alright, it's time to do this now. I'm only gonna go over this like a quick review. I can't. No way. Really? Why are they still doing? Man. That is so stupid. Like, that's genuinely like that. Like, what's the point of that? Really? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm good. In the zone. FICA taxes paid today are providing benefits for retirees. The money you pay is not being saved up and invested in an account for you. Changes will be necessary, possibly increase in retirement age or limiting benefits for the wealthy. 95% of Americans are covered, pay into system to be eligible and receive benefits or credits. Sorry. In 2021, earned one credit for each $1,470 in earnings, up to a maximum of 4 credits per year. With 40 credits, you're eligible for retirement, disability, and survivor benefits. Benefits formula: replace 42% of average earnings based on number of earnings years, average level of earnings, adjustments for inflation, income brackets, and full benefits at the full retirement age. Reduce benefits at age 62. Increase benefits if you delay retirement. Provided through mandatory Social Security insurance program, protection for those with impairment that keeps them from work for at least 1 year. Monthly survivor benefits when breadwinner dies. One-time death benefit for funeral costs. This disability and survivor benefits. People used to work for the same company all their working life, and the company would support their employees through retirement. Today, defined benefit pension plans are rare. Traditional pension plan where you receive defined pension payout at retirement. Non wait, what? Contributory retirement plan, contributory retirement plan. Like, come on, I just can't focus right now, man. It's unreal.
Non-contributory.
That's what I said. Yeah, I thought what I said was right. Non-contributory retirement plan, contributory retirement plan. Portability, defined benefit plans. Portability, vested funding status. It's charged. Come on, please, for love of God, load. I don't have all day. Thank you. Portability, vested, funding status, funding pension plan, unfunded pension plan. Cash balance plans, the latest twist, and defined benefit plans. Workers are credited with a percentage of their pay each year, plus a predetermined rate of interest. Employees contribute a percentage of your salary each year into an account that grows at a 30-year Treasury bond rate. Benefits are easier to track and portable. How to set goals, how costly lifestyle will you lead. I don't want to give a fuck. Estimate how much you will need. Turn your goals into dollars by estimating how much you will need. But begin with 70 to 80% of current living expenses to calculate the cost to support your retirement. Estimate income and retirement. Once you know how much you need, figure out how much you will have. Questions? No. Checklist. I don't need to study that. Calculate the annual inflation adjusted shortfall. Compare the additional retirement income needed with the retirement income you will have. Okay. Step 5, calculate how much you will need to cover this shortfall. Know your shortfall and your retirement funding. Know how much must be saved by retirement to fund the shortfall. Step 6, determine how much you must save annually between now and retirement. Put money away little by little, year by year. Use online retirement planning websites. Step 7, put the plan in play and save. Hardest step, must know the choices before you can make a choice. That makes sense. Unironically, I only see like 10 questions in between this one and the next one. Like, I truly, like, this one there isn't so much depth in this, okay? There really isn't. There's like steps and shit. But then again, there's like 60 slides, but like, come on now. Funding retirement needs. I don't give a shit. Step 6, calculate how much you will need to cover the shortfall. Consider what you'll be earning on your savings after inflation. Step 6, determine how much you must save annually between now and retirement. Determine how much you will need to save annually to cover the shortfall calculated in step 5. Step 7, put the plan in play and save. Most plans are tax deferred. Contributions can be made on a fully or partially tax deductible basis. Earn compound interest on non-taxable contributions and earnings. Tax when you withdraw funds. Okay, that actually makes sense. Employee-sponsored retirement plans. You, an employer, or your employer alone contributes directly to a retirement account set aside for you. A savings account for retirement. Profit sharing plans, money purchase plan, thrift and savings plan. This is defined contribution plans, an employee stock ownership plan, and a 401k plan. Contributions limits on the rise. 19,500 for 401k and for 403b plans in 2021. Rises in $500 increments with inflation. Catch up of additional 6,500, also indexed for inflation, available for those over age 50. Retirement plans for self-employed and small business employees, co-op plan or self-employed retirement plan. simplified employee pension plans, savings incentive match plan for employee, individual retirement arrangements, traditional IRA, Roth IRA, and Coverdale Education Savings Account known as Education IRA. Traditional IRAs on tax advantage contribution may or may not be tax deductible, depending on individual's level of income and whether he/she or spouse is covered by a company retirement plan. Restrictions are placed on timing and amount of withdrawals, but can roll over distribution. Saviors tax credit available for low to moderate income taxpayers. Contributions are not tax deductible, but made out after tax income. Money grows tax-free and withdrawals are tax-free. No withdrawal restrictions or tax penalty imposed like traditional IRAs, but can also roll over. So Roth IRAs contributions are not tax deductible, but made after tax income. Money grows tax-free and withdrawals are tax-free. No withdrawal restrictions or tax penalty imposed like traditional IRAs, but can also roll over. Traditional versus Roth IRA, which is best for you? You end up with the same amount to spend at retirement if both are taxed at the same rate. Choose a Roth IRA if you could pay your taxes ahead of time. It works like a Roth IRA, saving for college or Coverdale Education Savings Account, except contributions are limited to $2,000 annually per child under 18. Income limits begin at $95,000 for singles and $190,000 for couples. Earnings are tax-free and no taxes on withdrawals to pay for education. Honestly, I recommend the 529 plan. I wish I had that. I wish my parents did that, but they didn't have it at the time. Tax advantage savings account can be used for college and graduate school. This is 529 plans. Contribute up to $235,000 to $529,000, depending on the state, and it grows tax-free. Plans are sponsored by individual states, open to all applicants regardless of where they reside. Invest directly or through a financial advisor. Love and money. Couples want to be on the same page financially for retirement, but very few have a discussion. Open conversation is the first step in retirement planning for couples. Find a happy medium for risk tolerance, allocation decisions. Face retirement to payout. Plan ahead before you decide how you receive a payout. Look at all your retirement plan payouts together. May want some in lump sum, others in annuity. Use diversification and time dimension of risk when deciding what to do with the funds. I'm not give a fuck about this retirement checklist. Or I guess I agree with the first sentence. Age 50, at 50, you're eligible to make an extra or catch-up contributions beyond what younger individuals can contribute to your 401k or a similar retirement plan to your IRA. Age 55, if you leave your job or retire and you're between the ages of 55 and 59 and a half, you can make withdrawals from your 401k without paying a 10% early withdrawal penalty. Age 59 and a half, once you reach 59 and a half, regardless of whether you retired or left your job, the 10% penalty on early withdrawals from 401k or IRA no longer applies. 62 to 70, the longer you wait to begin receiving Social Security, the larger your benefit will be. Age 65, at 65 you're qualified for Medicare coverage. You want to take it even if you postpone Social Security a bit longer. Age 72 or 70 and a half, if born before January 1st, 2020. Once you reach 72 or 70 and a half, if you were 70 and a half before January 2020, you must begin withdrawing the money in a form of required minimum distribution, RMD, from your retirement distribution. An annuity or lifetime payment, single annuity, annuity for life or certain period, joint or survivor annuity, a lump sum payment. Annuity or lifetime payments versus a large sum payout. Advantages for lifetime payouts. Payments continue as long as you live. Employer health benefits may contribute along with annuity. Disadvantages: in general, no inflation protection, no flexibility to make withdrawals in the event of a financial emergency, doesn't allow for money to be passed on to heirs, payments stop when you die. Lump sum payout: advantages: flexibility to allow for emergency withdrawals, allows for big ticket purchases, for example, a retirement home if desired. Potential for inflation protection, allows for money to be passed on to heirs. Control over how the money is invested. Disadvantages: you can run out of money. You might not have the discipline to keep from spending the money. It complicates the financial planning process because you're responsible for your own retirement funding. Tax treatment of distributions. Annuity payments are generally taxed as normal income. Can pay all taxes at one with large sum, or have the distribution rolled over into an IRA or other qualified plan. With rollover, can avoid paying taxes on a distribution while the funds continue to grow on a tax-deferred basis. Putting a plan together and moderating it. Come on now. Most people rely on retirement savings from a combination of different plans. Start with the 7 steps. Invest minimum allowed in tax-sheltered plans according to your investment time horizon. Monitor before and after retirement. Saving for retirement. Let's postpone starting for 1 year. 1 year delay could cost you a lot, almost $235,000. Only end up with more when you begin saving for retirement earlier. Possible complications. Changes in inflation can have a drastic effect on retirement. Not only do changes in anticipated inflation affect the value of any stocks and bonds that you own, but also they affect the amount of money that you would need for a comfortable retirement. Once you retire, you may live for a long time. Your investment strategy should include a dose of stocks to reflect your investment time horizon. The strategy of investing in bonds and CDs after retirement, while widely advised, probably don't match most retirees' time horizons. Remember, you want to earn enough on your retirement savings to cover inflation and allow your money to grow conservatively, but grow just the same. Monitor your process and monitor your company. Don't be afraid to adjust your goals along with what's necessary to meet those goals. Make sure you track the performance of your retirement investments. In addition, monitor your company's health, especially if you participate in ESOP. If your company's financial future is questionable, try to move your investments into some other than company stock. Don't neglect insurance coverage. There's no quicker way to get into financial trouble than to experience a disaster that should have been covered by insurance but wasn't. Make sure coverage is up to date and at an adequate level. Investment planning program may make things easier, but there are a number of very good internet sites provided in Table 15.2 that will help. In addition to that, along with Fidelity and Vanguard, all have retirement sections on their websites. That's because most people on Vanguard are like above the age of like fucking 50. That's rude. 45. Social Security benefits are determined by number of years of earnings, the average level of earnings, and adjustment for inflation. Funding retirement needs follows a 7-step process from setting goals to putting the plan in place and saving. Tax-saver retirement plans can be employer-sponsored accounts for self-employed, or individual retirement accounts where contributions and earnings are not taxed. Retirement benefits can be received as a lump sum, annuity, or a combination. Monitor retirement saving before and after retire for new, unexpected changes. That's 1 down, now 1 more to go. Honestly, this one isn't as bad. Introduction. Estate planning is planning for what happens to your wealth, independence after you die. You want to pass on as much of your estate as possible and minimize taxes and transfer costs. Determine who has the decision-making authority if you are incapacitated. Your estate's net worth equals value of your estate minus level of estate's liabilities. Step 2, choose your heir and decide what they receive. Once you know what you have, you can decide who's going to get it. In addition to a spouse, consider the special needs of your dependents. Determine the cash needs of the estate before distributing property to heirs. You must pay medical costs, funeral expenses, legal fees, outstanding debt, and estate and inheritance taxes. Use liquid funds to cover estate tax needs. Step 4, select and implement your estate tax planning techniques. Decide which estate planning tools are most appropriate to achieve your goals. Most common are a will, a durable power of attorney, joint ownership, trust, and life insurance and gifts. Unified tax credit, estate and gift tax credit that in 2021 allows $11.7 million in estate to be passed on tax-free. That's each individual, so in total it's like 20-something million, or like 23 million. Above credit, 40% estate tax rate. Estate tax exemption is portable, and calculate what your estate taxes will be. Gifts transfer wealth prior to death, reducing the taxable value of the estate. Can give $15,000 per year tax-free in 2021. Recipient isn't taxed either. The gift tax and the estate tax work together with a total lifetime tax exempt limit of $11.7 million in 2021 on gifts over $15,000 per recipient. Along the $11.7 million threshold to other beneficiaries, there is no limit to the size of estate transfers between spouses on a tax-free basis, but the spouse must be a U.S. citizen. A tax on wealth and property transfers to a person 2 or more generations younger than a donor. Generation skipping transfer tax. Assets are taxed as if they're removed from grandparents or their own children, and then from children to grandchildren. Calculate the value of a gross estate. Calculate your taxable estate by subtracting funeral and estate expenses. Debts, taxes, and allowable deductions from the gross estate. Calculate the gift adjusted taxable estate. Subtracting funeral and estate expenses, debts, taxes, and allowable deductions from the gross estate. And calculate the gift adjusted taxable estate. And then estimate estate taxes using federal rate. Wills, a legal document that describes how you want your property to be transferred to others. Beneficiary, an individual who is willed property. Executor, the personal representative who will carry out the will's provisions. And guardian, who will care for children under the age of 18. Probate is a legal procedure that validates a will and then distributes estate's assets. Advantages: probate allows for challenges to be settled. Probate allows for orderly distribution of assets as someone who dies intestate, I don't know, without a valid will. And disadvantages: cost and slowness. Wills and estate planning. If no will, a guardian for your children will be chosen by the court. A will is the appropriate way to provide for the special needs of children. Property is transferred according to your wishes. Make special gifts or bequests through a will. Without a will, a court administrator distributes assets. It's costly, may affect with your desires. Writing a will, introductory statement, payment of debt and taxes clause, deposition of property clause, appointment clause, and common disaster clause, attestation and witness clause. Updating or changing a will, the codicil or the codicil is an attachment, or codicil is an attachment to a will that alters or amends a portion of the will. Codicil should be drawn by the lawyer or drawn up by a lawyer, witnessed, and attached to the will. A letter of last instructions is generally written to the surviving spouse. Not a legally binding contract. Tells the location of the will, legal documents, financial assets, those to notify of the death, listing of a personal property. Those to notify the death, listing of personal property, funeral and burial instructions, organ donation wishes. Honestly, okay, it's not that bad. Make sure your wishes are carried out. Select an executor. Manages your property until the estate is passed on to your heirs. Could be a family member, lawyer, or bank trust officer. Deals with personal matters, pays taxes, debts, and distributions. Remaining assets after your bequest have been honored. Reports final accounting to the court. Durable power of attorney provides for someone to act in your place should you become mentally incapacitated. Living will allows you to state your wishes regarding medical treatment in the event of illness or injury. So living will allows you to state your wishes regarding medical treatment in the event of illness or injury. Durable healthcare power of attorney designates someone to make healthcare decisions for you. Avoiding probate. Probate is essential to validate your will and ensure your provisions are carried out. Can avoid probate through joint ownership, gifts, and trusts. Joint ownership, tenacity, or no, Tennessee? Wait, Tennessee? I'm pretty sure it's Tennessee. I don't know.
Tenancy.
Tenancy, yeah. I'm so stupid right now. I can't focus. Tenancy, a joint tenancy with rights of survivorship. Tenancy in common. Tenancy in community property. Gifts, avoid probate and reduce taxable value of estate. Are a good way. It's a good way to transfer property that grows in value. Unlimited gifts, tax exclusion to charity or payments for medical or educational expenses. So unlimited tax exclusion to charity or gift payments for medical or educational expenses. Naming beneficiaries in contracts, life insurance, retirement plans. Avoid probate by naming beneficiaries in contracts. You can own insurance policies on other people. Trusts, a legal entity that holds and manages an asset for another person. When created, a grantor transfers property to a trustee for the benefit of one or more beneficiaries. The trustee can be an individual, an investment firm, or a bank. Any asset can be placed in a trust. Trusts avoid probate are more difficult to challenge in court, reduce estate taxes, allow for professional management, provide confidentiality, can provide for children with special needs, can hold money until a child reaches maturity, ensure children from previous marriage will receive some inheritance, place assets in trust while alive, withdraw them later if you wish, with revocable living trusts. You control the assets in a trust and can receive income from trust without removing assets from the estate. Irrevocable living trusts are trusts in which you relinquish title and control of the assets when they are placed in the trust. Advantages and disadvantages of revocable living trusts. Advantages of the assets in a trust avoid probate, and upon your death, you maintain the power to alter or cancel the trust. If you become incompetent, your assets will continue to be professionally managed by the trustee. You can replace a trustee if you do not have confidence in his or her skills. The advantages of revocable living trusts are no tax advantages. You pay taxes on any income and capital gains on the assets in the trust. The assets in a revocable living trust are considered to be part of your estate for estate tax purposes. The assets in a revocable living trust cannot be used as a collateral for the loan. That's disadvantages. Advantages and disadvantages. And then, yeah, of irrevocable. What the fuck is that word, dog? Like, I can't speak today, man. It's disappointing.
Irrevocable.
Irrevocable. Advantages and disadvantages of irrevocable living trusts. Advantages of irrevocable living trusts. The assets in a trust avoid probate upon your death. Any price appreciation of an asset in the trust is not considered part of your estate, and no estate tax are imposed on it when you die. Income earned on assets in a trust can be directed to the beneficiary, which can result in tax savings if the beneficiary is in a lower tax bracket. Disadvantages of irrevocable living trusts. You no longer maintain control over the assets in a trust. Assets in a trust cannot be used as collateral for a loan. It may be more expensive to set up than a probate. Costs you are trying to avoid. Setting up the trust can involve a lot of paperwork. Testamentary trust, created by a will, active after you die. Standard family trusts, also known as AB trust. AB trusts, credit shelter trusts, and unified credit trusts. Qualified terminal interest property, Q-tip trusts, sprinkling trusts. Many put off estate planning because it's complex and deals with death. Don't approach a professional for your estate planning. Make sure your family knows where your estate planning documents are. These are all like checklists and shit. I don't need to do this. You should also calculate the state of your estate. Calculate the size of your estate. Estimate how much of a estate would be lost to taxes if you died. Know who executor of your will is and who your beneficiaries are. Select a guardian for your children if they're under the age of 18. Summary estate planning is a four-step process that involves planning what happens to your accumulated wealth, independence when you die, designate beneficiaries, executor and guardian in your will, and review periodically. Use trust to avoid probate. Alright. Let's do a quick review of my programming stuff now. A little worried I might not have any time off. You know, I really need Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Like, I actually do. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Data types, integers, or whole numbers. Example 9, floating points or decimals, 9.0. Strings use double quotations or like those one quotation thingies. So lists are mutable, these brackets, 9, 3. Or like parentheses, 9, 3. Tuples use parentheses. So you can ask the user x equals input, then put parentheses with question. We have to use quotation marks, you know, obviously. Ask the user for an integer, x equals int, then put parentheses input, then put another parentheses question, and close this integer. Or I guess input statement, sorry. So print format, print num equals 0.23944, num equals 0.23944, then print parentheses f, then quotation marks, and then put brackets, and then put num inside. To 1 decimal print to like a 1 decimal place, and print that. Same thing as set up there. And put num to put .1f, 2 decimals. Do the same thing but put .2f. Containers, indexing, strings, tuples, lists for Python. Access elements at locations inside of containers by using container, brackets location. I don't give a shit about that type of stuff. I have to learn this, but dude, honestly for the final I'm not gonna have to. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. One, yeah, you do not have to memorize every type of method and function. You should be familiar with basic ones. Max, min, len, sum. I already know those. Average equals sum, my list, divided by len, my list. Easy as fuck. We got this in the bag. If-else pattern. Write if-else statement, print value if equals 1. If equals 1, you have to put 2 equal signs, so it guarantees the 1. Put a colon, then press enter, then press print I. Print value if not 5. If I, put an exclamation point equals equal sign, then 5, then print I. Print value of greater than 10. If I is less than 10. Put a colon sign and print I. Write an if-else statement, print value if equals 1, print no if not. If I equals 1, else print no. But this time you could do either double quotation marks, like a regular quotation mark, or just one. Doesn't really matter. You could use them interchangeably, but it's better to actually use, if you're going to use either one, only use one of them. Like a double quotation marks, like a regular one. Consistently use that one. You don't want to get yourself mixed up by using like a single one. Print value if not 5. Print no if not. If I, exclamation point, equal sign, because that means no. Or not equal to 5. Else, print no. Print value if greater, print no if not. If I is less than 10, print I, else print no. While loops, this is where it's going to get interesting. Loop rule, Sentinel, always the word after while. Sentinel has a starting value. Sentinel has an ending condition. Sentinel is updated inside loop, always the last step inside the loop. Or end the loop. End the loop means indented. I equals 5 while I is less than 10. Print I equals I plus 1. Write a while loop, print 5 to 10 by 1. I'm going to start my programming final for like 15 minutes. I'm not worried about my programming final necessarily because I have to get a 17 on it in order to get it passed with like a B. In order to pass with an A, I need to get like a 66, I'm pretty sure. Because I have a 95 in there right now. But still, I really want to get an A in this class. I love my professor. But it's on paper, that's just I'm stressed out. I equals 5, while I is less than 10, colon sign equals print parentheses I, then I equals I plus 1. That'll get it to print 5 to 10 by 1. Ba-bam. Print 10 to 1 by 1, I equals 10, while I is greater than 1. Put a colon sign, then press enter, then print parentheses I equals I minus 1, so on and so forth. Print 5 to 10, if number is greater than 7, pretty big. I equals 5, while I is less than 10. Print I, if I is greater than 7, print big. And then I equals I plus 1. Alright, let's do this. Wait, I love that part. God, I love Hashimo Ippo. Let's turn that down a bit. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Ask the user for a number. Use a while loop to keep asking until the number is negative. When done, print the sum. U equals int, parentheses input, another parentheses, quotation marks, give num, close the parentheses, sum equals 0, while u is greater than or equal to 0, colon sign, equals sum plus u equals input, or integer, parentheses input, then again, you know, and then parentheses again, close the parentheses, and print sum. This is use a while loop to keep asking until the number is negative. When done, print the sum. So, use a while loop to keep asking until the number is negative, but first ask the user for a number. So u equals integer input, then give num. So ask for a number. Use a while loop to keep asking until the number is negative. So sum equals 0. You have to do something like that. Ask for any type of number, or no, not ask for any type of number. Provide a starting value. That's the starting value. Then while u is greater than or equal to 0, keep asking until the number is negative. Sum equals sum plus u. Input, integer, input again, and then print the sum. Number 5 on a practice final. And I actually get this one wrong. Even though c equals 0, because c equals 0, I mean, it doesn't mean shit. Ignore basically to 0, and it's gonna, you just have to add them all together. So 7 all the way to 12. That's 12. That's also 7, 9. That's 9. Reason is because you can actually ignore the 0, so you don't have to add anything. If C, not true if C is passed. Yeah, well, shit. Yeah, that's also kind of true. Word a function called salary. Salary takes name. And income is parameters. Return money after taxes 50%. Ignore that one. Ask user for a word. So word equals input, give a word. Use a for loop to count the number of vowels. Vowels equals 0. And for item n word, colon sign. If item n, a-i-o-u. Print how many vowels is found. Vowels equals vowels plus 1. Then after that, print vowels. Okay. Let's go, boys. I think I should be somewhat neutral. I don't know if I'm gonna do good. I don't know if I'm gonna do bad. The thing I'm worried about most by far is well, actually both. I'm worried about both finals. I don't know if I'm gonna do good or not. I studied my butt off though. I did work really hard on them. I studied basically every single day since Saturday. I mean, no, like Thursday. Right, Thursday? Wednesday. Actually, Wednesday. I started studying Wednesday. Bum, 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 bum. I love this song so much. Thank you so much to this person for like loving Hajime Ippo. Such an underrated show. I'm worried if I have to do anything for school because I'm going next year, but do I have to like actually do anything or no? Pretty sure I don't have to. I'm a bit worried though. $2032? Alright guys, I studied for quite a bit. I studied one more off stream, but excuse me, sorry. But I'm gonna end stream right now, okay? Bye bye.